let's talk about Hillary Clinton's emails. According to Politico, um, according to Politico and The Hill, Hillary Clinton is officially under investigation. Hillary Clinton's team has tried to dismiss this as, now, first of all, let's start with the obvious. I think everybody except for Hillary Clinton's supporters knew this already. And this goes back to accepting things that are or rejecting any ideas that are uncomfortable or any ideas that go against the narrative that you want to promote, because everybody knows. Even passerbys understand that Hillary Clinton is under investigation because of her emails. Team Hillary, for the longest, has been trying to pass this off as some type of security inquiry or some type of anything but an investigation. And FBI Director James Comey had an hour-long roundtable with several journalists, and the Politico reported that the question came up about Hillary Clinton's emails. Several things that he pointed out that I think are very interesting is, one, that he feels the pressure to expedite this or to move this along efficiently, but also to do a good job with this investigation. So he is moving this along. The question came up whether or not people in other positions or lower positions than Hillary Clinton's position, would they have already been indicted? Director Comey dismissed that and said that there are no privileges based on position. Essentially, I'm paraphrasing. And you can take that, however you want to take that. But essentially, he's saying that no matter who the position is, what position a person is in, they are subject to the same type of investigation and potential prosecution. So Hillary Clinton would not get special treatment, so James Comey says. But the thing that stood out the most was his rejection of Hillary Clinton's team saying that this is some type of inquiry, or this is some type of security inquiry, just asking questions. And he said that he doesn't know what a security inquiry is. He does know what the FBI does. He actually said it's in our name. We do investigations. And so this that's surrounding Hillary Clinton is, according to the FBI director, a FBI federal investigation. And again, to reiterate the obvious, I don't know who didn't realize that this was a legitimate investigation going on, except for Team Hillary. You can't stick your head in the sand and ignore the reality that we are running a candidate, potentially would be running a candidate that is under federal investigation. And no matter how this turns out, no matter how innocent Hillary Clinton may end up being, no matter if she's exonerated, the fact remains that she is the only person in this campaign right now who is under an FBI investigation. And I don't think people realize that, or maybe it's this, because consider this, nobody else, I don't know of anybody else who could run for president while being under federal investigation, under a federal investigation, whatever. I don't know. There is a serious amount of privilege that's wrapped up in your ability to be under a federal investigation and still not have people or not want to acknowledge that and challenge people when they question you about that, or dismiss people when they bring the conversation up. But the FBI Director James Comey has corrected the record and said that this is a federal investigation, and they are trying to complete this. They are not hedging. They're not pending the completion based on any deadlines. They're not looking at the primaries, and they're not looking at the general election. So they're not moving along with that pace, but they are looking at this. This is an investigation, and Hillary Clinton, I mean, really think about this. Could Barack Obama run for dog catcher if he was under a federal investigation? Could Michelle Obama run for anything if she was under a federal investigation? Could Bernie Sanders, could Donald Trump? I mean, granted, Donald Trump is less popular than Lice, according to polling results, but still, could he run for anything if he was under federal investigation? And the problem is that it's nothing structural that would ever eliminate Hillary Clinton from being able to run. The only thing that could stop someone from being under a federal investigation from running would be the people. And Hillary Clinton supporters have shown over and over again that they're willing to ignore the very obvious signs that she is not going to be the strong candidate in the general election that they want everyone to believe. Can we at least start with that fundamental fact that she is not as strong right now today, nor has she been throughout the summer, throughout the winter, throughout the spring, nor has she been stronger than Bernie Sanders against a Donald Trump. And if this was a race with John Kasich, Hillary Clinton would be underwater right now. So people don't want to accept that because it's difficult and it's painful for them to accept, but it doesn't change the reality that it's true. Hillary Clinton is in a statistical dead heat, according to one poll. She is losing ground, according to the average of Real Clear Politics polls. She has not performed as good as Bernie Sanders in any average of the polls since they started polling that question, probably at the, heads up against Donald Trump, that is. So these are statements that are factual, and she is under federal investigation. There is a federal investigation right now involving a candidate for president. And even if, again, I want to say this to be redundant, even if she comes out completely clean on this, do you not realize the Republican Party is going to drag her through the mud over this during the general election if she gets there? That is the obvious truth. That is what's going to happen. And if you're not prepared for it because you're so hell bent on electing Hillary Clinton that you're willing to ignore the obvious truth, then not only are you betraying your own principles and your own beliefs and your own character, but you're betraying America and potentially throwing it over to Donald Trump.